Hello, everybody. Ben Rogers here of the Raptors Digest, diving in to all of the latest free agency updates. We are watching this live, coming from my office studio, so I can get a few screens going. I can follow all the madness with stuff. So we got some background. We got the green screen. We are out here in the ACC, out there in Scotiabank Arena, getting some stuff going. But there is a lot of rumors. There is a lot of news. There is a lot of stuff happening across the NBA over the next definitely a couple hours. So we're going to be coming out live reacting to all of the madness that's coming on free agency. Just had a crazy update regarding the Toronto Maple Leafs as well. Mitch Marner's traded. So Leafs Digest got some bangers out there going too. So check out Leafs Digest because Mitch Marner is gone and they actually got something back for him. But what's happened, Ethan? What's happened, Travis? We got a lot of people in, people liking the new intro song, but basically heard the Raptors are talking. So first things first, what I need from you guys is to keep me posted on all the Shams bombs. I do have Twitter pulled up as I am up here live, so don't get me wrong. I'll be trying to keep a lookout for everything that's going on. But of course, you guys, I'm running the stream here, producing, getting some stuff going, but making sure that, we stay on top of all of the updates, on top of everything that we have going. The old Woj bomb animation is a bit out of sync now at this point with Shams, but we'll bring back the Woj bomb animation for this video. But also got our sub goal here. Let's see if we can get to, get this little tracker here. Let's see if we can get to 38,500 subscribers on this stream. So we get some stuff going. But it's your boy saying, hey, Ben, can you play the old intro song one more time? Maybe. We'll see if we get some moves. That's what will earn it. The old Kawhi intro song. But there's a lot of stuff happening, and we are live going to be watching out here on it. First things first as well, of course, let us know if moves happen. Let us know in the chat what's going on. If you see me not looking at the camera, not engaged, because I'm on Twitter trying to keep up to date on everything that's going on. So basically, first, who are we thinking? Who are we thinking out there in the chat? Who are we thinking out here in the chat right now that we are going to land in free agency? There's a few reports, there's a few rumors. The first thing I want to bring up is, the big one that I actually expect to happen the first couple days, and that is an extension for Jakob Poeltl. I think an extension for Jakob Poeltl is incoming. We've heard it from multiple reporters, multiple insiders. The Raptors are very high on Jakob Poeltl, and I think one of the reasons that the team did not go forward drafting Common Malawatch, according to these updates, beyond Rich Paul, forcing him to the Phoenix Suns, is the Raptors are very comfortable and view Jakob Poeltl as the long-term fit at the center position. So that's the first thing, right? That's what we're kind of looking at in terms of what's going on with all of these pieces, with all these moves. So my expectation, if I'm making a prediction in terms of the first Toronto Raptors move, I guess the first Toronto Raptors move did already happen. We'll take a look at everything that's going on here. Now, basically, we take a look at these reports, at everything. I don't have the green screen on this screen, so let's get that all sorted first. I'm out here like an amateur. Showing the green screen in the background. Right, we got that. We're rocking. We don't even have a background on there. They know I'm not in the ACC. They know I'm not in Scotiabank Arena here now at this point. So we get this rocket and roll. We get this going. So we're looking good. We're early on in the stream. It's early in free agency, folks. So don't stress that my blocked out face for this here. Let's get this going. I'm rushing to get things. It's been a hectic day. A lot of channels getting videos out. Okay, so we have a lot of news that's come out, some interesting stuff. The first one I want to talk about is the move that the Toronto Raptors made that I don't have the screenshot up here right now, but basically the Toronto Raptors did end up signing Garrett Temple already in free agency. That's the biggest free agent move we made so far. Ujiri is the other one that was brought in on an Exhibit 10 contract. So we have a couple signings already made. Bobby Webster getting active, but right now it's Garrett Temple and Ujiri as the options that we've already signed. So what's happening, Paul? Paul Clara, what's happening, GMAC? You're the GOAT, bud. Appreciate you, GMAC23. You're the GOAT. But I think we grab Ben Simmons. I'd love Ayton, but I think he's going to the Lakers. Yeah, I'd say DeAndre Ayton's either going to the LA Lakers or the Milwaukee Bucks. That's what the word around the street has been. So massive Garrett Temple signing incoming. Dr. Sajad Hassan. It's it's honestly, I'm proud of myself. I didn't title that video massive. We're growth. I didn't title the Garrett Temple signing a massive signing. So that's what we get rocking. But Ben Simmons going to turn it around to be an all-star next to Brandon Ingram. I mean, we'd have the number 1 and 2 picks of that draft. Was it 2017 draft, 2016 draft? I'm not sure specifically what it is here now at this point. But, it's Dixon. I collaborate. Anyone reaches out, I get that going. I'm a busy cat. We got this frozen. My camera's frozen out here in the office setup. Got to get this fixed up. Janky stream starting off, trying to catch all of the updates, all of the bombs. Haven't seen any tweets drop yet. It has officially broken the mark in terms of, the free agency has officially begun. We have not had any updates. We have not had any official moves done just yet, but we do have 120 or 240 people in here. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't just yet. You want to stay up to date with everything going on with this Toronto Raptors team. We are on that quest for 40,000 in this stream. The goal is to hit 38,500. So we will see if we get there. But what's happening, Stefan? What's happening? But Temple is a big signing. Temple's not a big signing. But it means we didn't get Kyle Lowry. So it's official you're not getting Kyle Lowry if we brought back Temple. So that is the first thing that we are taking a look at. But Jakob was the 9th in the same draft. Was he? Jeez, we will have the 1, 2, and 9. That's a haul for that NBA draft. If we come out here and we get... No! This is the first guy we should start talking about, start discussing. Young socialite Ben Simmons. An option for this team. Ben Simmons is an interesting basketball player. He's an interesting basketball player for this squad because news has come out. News has come out that the Toronto Raptors are interested in bringing in Ben Simmons. So Michael Grange essentially alluded to the fact that the Raptors are interested in bringing in Ben Simmons and said it's a potential option out there at the backup center position. And frankly, he'd be a cool fit. He'd be an interesting guy. There's a lot of love for Ben Simmons out there from the Nuggets subreddit. They think he actually played pretty solid in terms of guarding Jokic out there for the LA Clippers, not the Nuggets subreddit, the LA Clippers subreddit since he's been on that team, but averaging 5, 5, and 5. Report did come out today that Ben Simmons wants more than the league minimum contract. I'm not sure if I go that route in terms of bringing him in, but we'll see what the market is for these different guys. So Laxon already saying, Ben Simmons is signed with the Raptors. I think we'd have more spamming out there in the chat if that was the case, but could be wrong in terms of these latest updates. But we haven't had our first big bomb. We haven't had our first big bombshell immediately after, NBA free agency timeline ended up kicking out. So that's surprising. That's pretty interesting. So how much cap space do the Raptors have? We currently have, I believe, so there's a difference between our apron and what salary cap space we have because there's different incentives for IQ, RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl. So it's I think we have about $6 million to play with, but we do have 2 empty roster spots and some interesting stuff there. I think if there's going to be any big fish signed, if there's going to be, if we get this, big fish chatter, going on, it's going to have to come via trade. So that's the first thing. Like if it's going to be a big move, it's going to be a big trade. So my camera's going crazy up here. I don't know what the heck is going on. So we keep this rocking and rolling. But okay. So Ben Simmons is definitely not a big fish either. Don't get it twisted. No matter how many memes, jokes that we see out here at this point. But let me know in the chat right now because Ben Simmons, assuming we signed him for $4 million, not a league minimum, nothing like that. Signed Ben Simmons for $4 to $5 million. Would you be happy with that signing? Let me know in the chat, yes or no. Would you like to see Ben Simmons on the Toronto Raptors? That's something that we could get. So, okay. So we have a lot of stuff. Going. I'm reading different tweets. I'm following some different stuff. Let's take a look at what news has been going on here now at this point as we wait for people to kind of come in and give their takes in terms of would they want Ben Simmons out there on the roster. Getting a lot of yeses. A lot of yeses out there for Ben Simmons, which is a little bit surprising, but I think he'd be cool. He wouldn't be too expensive. Oh, $5 million, I guess, could be too expensive, but that's what's happening. But let's take a look at what's going on around the NBA because there is a lot of news coming out. So, of course, the Ben Simmons one is the first link that we have here at this point. We have so Svi. Do we have a signing? I think we have a signing. I'm reading group chats and stuff. We do have a signing. Folks. We have a signing that we do have to bring up. Okay, this is coming with a clip too. Because there's a former Toronto Raptor that just got signed. That's right, folks. That's right. Svg water. Drink it up. This man is back. Svi Mykhailiuk. He is back in the NBA just like he never left. I don't even know if he left. I don't know what the heck happened to Svi Mykhailiuk here. But we have a couple of signings. Wow, Shams is getting cooked. At this point. We have 2 signings to discuss because Shams is not on the ball and missing the signings that are coming out. Basically, first 2 signings coming from Mike Scotto. People have roasted me for bringing up some Mike Scotto reports, but he is the first on the free agency signing. So we'll take a look at these here. Svi Mykhailiuk ended up signing a $3.68 million deal with the Utah Jazz. I have no idea what the Utah Jazz are doing here now at this point. Doesn't make any sense in terms of their plans here now because, frankly, they trade Colin Sexton in a really bad trade. So you figure that means more moves are happening, but then they'd fill that roster spot up with Svi Mykhailiuk. Doesn't make the ton of sense. So they guaranteed that part of his signing. So I guess he was on the Utah Jazz. That's a first little bit of news. So also got the Charlotte Hornets. Josh Okogie have agreed to push back the decision date on his $8 million non-guaranteed to July 15th. So a couple updates in terms of news there. Are you disappointed? That we didn't have Svi Mykhailiuk back? Let me know out here, chat. Are you disappointed we didn't have Svi Mykhailiuk back? That's what's happening. But okay, so those are the news. Is that official deload to the Mavericks? Let's see. But okay, so we have that. Let's take a look at the other news around the NBA. So Shams said, now Shams might be full of it because right now we don't have many updates. We don't have many news coming from Shams. The only updates we're getting out here is Mike Scotto. That's the only news that we're getting here now at this point. It's coming from Mike Scotto, not Shams Charania. And we're getting the same amount of Woj bombs right now as we are Shams bombs. So right now it's what's happening. Okay. So we have big deals coming tonight. That's what Shams said to Pat McAfee. We did have a little bombshell drop today. A guy that's been linked to the Toronto Raptors for a while. There's been multiple times he's been linked to the Raptors out there in the past. And Jordan Clarkson has a buyout with the Utah Jazz. Now, Danny Ainge gets a lot of credit for being a good GM and stuff like that. And he really mismanaged all of the assets that were on that Utah Jazz team for the past couple of seasons. They had opportunities to get first-round picks for Colin Sexton, for Jordan Clarkson, a haul out there for Lauri Markkanen at the peak of his value, and they decided not to tear it down for whatever reason, even though that team was really, really bad. They made some really questionable moves, questionable decisions in terms of that roster construction there. So that's a weird move. That's a weird play by the Utah Jazz. I don't think the Raptors are really going to be in the mix for Jordan Clarkson. He's looking for an already immediate playoff team, and we have a bunch of guys that play that position. So not super relevant to the Toronto Raptors, but an interesting guy that's out there on the table here now at this point. So have that. We had some developments in terms of Mike Brown getting a second meeting with the New York Knicks. Mike Brown has been a journeyman coach. He's an elite assistant coach out there in the NBA, but definitely I think that would be a generational mistake for the Knicks to bring in Mike Brown, fire Tom Thibodeau, bring in Mike Brown as the solution there. But good for the Toronto Raptors because we play the Knicks and then they're in our division. So it's bring in Mike Brown by all means, New York Knicks. Let's make that happen. But that's our coaching update. Day'Ron Sharpe. I made a video on him this morning in terms of being an option at the backup center position for the Toronto Raptors. Really interesting player. Can space, like, it can block a lot of shots, has some length. Solid stats last season. He just re-signed on a 2-year, $12 million contract with the Brooklyn Nets. So no deals out there at this point for Day'Ron Sharpe. That sucks to see. He would have been a cool backup option. But other than that, there hasn't been any specific Toronto Raptors updates today beyond the reports essentially saying that things might be quiet on the Toronto Raptors front. So we'll keep an eye out in terms of what news is going on here now at this point. But I wouldn't be shocked. My prediction is a Jakob Poeltl extension gets named sometime this week. I think that'll get announced, get confirmed, because maybe they'll wait till the new president of basketball operations is in. But apparently Bobby Webster has full reign to really take on all the options and all the different stuff happening with this team. So it's stuff that's going on. Checking the tweets, checking the reports. Let's see if there's any rumors, any news, any stuff coming from Twitter. So there's guaranteed Svi Mykhailiuk. So we got an update on Chris Paul. We have an update on Chris Paul here now. update on Chris Paul, his future out there in the NBA. This is coming from Chris Haynes. So we have this update coming from Chris Haynes. Essentially, Chris Paul is deciding between the Suns and the Clippers here now at this point. Deciding between the Suns and the LA Clippers. So not going back to the Spurs, which makes sense because De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper are down there now. So there's some stuff happening between Chris Paul and the Suns and the Clippers, which is interesting going back to the Suns. I think the Suns are actually in a really solid spot right now. So he'd be an interesting pickup out there for the Phoenix Suns. Got some updates there on the Sacramento Kings as well. Got some Kings updates as they have some interviews. They are trying to bring in a point guard, and they are bringing in a whole lot of mid to interview, to review for this team. So basically, the Kings have arranged Zoom meetings to talk to Dennis Schroeder and Russell Westbrook. The Kings are looking to acquire both, but have other point guard options to speak with. So the Kings are also planning to meet with Malcolm Brogdon, per sources, among their other point guard options. Doesn't have to be, but the Wizards are willing to facilitate a sign and trade with Malcolm Brogdon. So lots of names getting kind of quietly tossed around the NBA, and there's nothing happening. We got Josh Hart saying 601 C no deal. What happened to the game I love? I don't know what happened to this game. There's not a lot of stuff going on, but right now we had a very interesting story, in regards to, actually we do have a signing. We do have a signing, folks. We do have another signing. If you believe the Airy report. And Mavericks Digest. Marcel's been saying this. Marcel's got a lot more insiders tapped in than I do. Shout out to Marcel. But breaking, free agent guard D'Angelo Russell is signing with the Dallas Mavericks, league sources say. And he doesn't have details, but the Airy report or IRA report or whatever heard this from Marcel as well in the back end. But basically, news came out that D'Angelo Russell's apparently signing with the Dallas Mavericks. You guys have any interest in getting D'Angelo Russell? Personally, I'm much higher on my guy, the Shedhead. I'm a Shedhead. Much rather Jamal Shead out there at my backup point guard position than a D'Angelo Russell. So that's an interesting update there on the first signing. But again, nothing from Shams. Here now at this point. Okay, we do have an update in terms of trades. We do have some updates in terms of LeBron James, his future. So this is coming from Chris Haynes. Mike Scotto, the Area Report, they're all cooking more than Choms's right now. But Rich Paul told me, no trade discussions. He believes the Lakers have what it takes to maximize the Luka timeline, but also maximize and prioritize his timeline. So no immediate trades for LeBron. You know, if we're talking about big fish, the Toronto Raptors are interested in making, the biggest fish has always been LeBron James. So that's a name that will never come to the Toronto Raptors, but it's what's happening. But okay, Jordan Clarkson, I don't think he's there. What's happening, German? We should be quiet. Free agency. The Raptors still upset about the Masai firing. That's valid. But we got that stuff going. Yeah, the Luke Kennard is tied to a bunch of different teams, a bunch of different stuff. We do have, I have been sent a tweet. Okay, Shams is a liar. I love it. Okay, Noti. Okay, we do have our first Shams bomb. Our first Shams bomb has been dropped. Officially dropped. Okay? If I can pull it up. Our first Shams bomb is officially dropped. Put a big breaking in the front of it. Like I'm about to get hyped. Okay. But the dream is dead for this guy. Some people wanted this man on the Raptors. Shams bomb. Okay. Massive new deal. Okay. Breaking, the Minnesota Timberwolves and All-Star Jaren Jackson Jr. have agreed on a 5-year, $240 maximum renegotiation and extension. And massive new deal for Triple J, including a player option in the final year of his 2029-2030 contract. Memphis secures his franchise cornerstone long-term, prioritizing the 2023 Defensive Player of the Year's extension to begin this off-season. So that's a big update. That's a big bomb. That's a big deal. That's a big piece of news there now at this point. So, making sure that they're locked in there. It's, Big stuff. Big stuff. Do you think that's a W deal out there for the Memphis Grizzlies? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Do you think that's a good deal for the Memphis Grizzlies? Let me know. We're taking a look. We're taking a look at everything. That's a lot of bread. That's a lot of bread. W or L? Do you like that deal for the Memphis Grizzlies? Good deal for Memphis. Good deal for Memphis. A lot of people are saying good deal for Memphis. Good deal for Memphis. People are liking it. People are liking it. Okay. I'm quiet. I'm distracted. Giving titles to Grizzlies Digest. Giving frames. Okay. So they are quiet. These deals are pretty quiet. They're pretty quiet in terms of stuff that's going on here right now. Okay. It looks like the Grizzlies are in an interesting spot. Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome is a name that's being brought up to the Grizzlies a ton. He's a name that's being brought up to the Grizzlies a ton. The Steinline's reporting this. Let's see. Let's grab up some. This is becoming a Grizzlies channel here now. So not a lot of news. Not a lot of stuff happening out there with this. We get the wrong screenshots brought up. But Ty Jerome, a sneaky good player out there for the Memphis Grizzlies, for the Cleveland Cavaliers last season. He's looking like he's going to sign with the Grizzlies. So they're going to do some work. He's going to do some work. We have Ben Simmons at home. His name is Scottie Barnes. Hey, the young socialite. The young socialite is the piece that is coming here. But what are your thoughts on the Grizzlies offseason here right now, folks? What do you think? What do you think on this offseason? Desmond Bane, trade it for like 4 first-round picks, Cole Anthony and KCP. They give a max contract out there to the Triple J. They're kind of doubling down on being like the 8th seed out there in the West. The West got better. They kind of stayed stagnant with these different moves. It's a young in age, different stuff. But we have these pieces. We have these pieces moving out here now at this point. So there is official, a couple more signings from Kelly Iko. Jeff Green and Aaron Holiday are signing back with the Rockets. Nothing game-changing there. Big report that's relevant to the Raptors as well. This is coming from Sam Amico. Sam Amico. We got to go through these random reporters because Shams is slacking. No one wants to give Shams early info because then they get fined for tampering. Wow. Okay. The Grizzlies, we have a Shams bomb. Before the relevant Raptors news, we will drop the latest Shams bomb because that's what we're covering. We're covering the latest news out here on this. 3? Wow, I thought he was gone. Okay, the Grizzlies are spending money. The Grizzlies are spending money here right now. The Grizzlies have signed Santi Aldama to a 3-year, $52 million deal to return to the Memphis Grizzlies. What does this mean for a Jakob Poeltl extension? Folks? If Santi Aldama, again, younger and stuff, stretch big man, shoots threes and all that, Jakob Poeltl's a better defender. What does this mean for a Jakob Poeltl extension? 3 years, $52 million. That's roughly, what, $18 million per year? Daniel Gafford only got $20 million per year. Jakob Poeltl is extension eligible this summer. So, that's interesting. So we got some bombs. We got some bombs coming in from Shams. Shams is coming with bombs. They're repeat tweets. We're getting baited with those noties. We're getting baited with those noties. People are asking about Chris Boucher's future. That's what's happening. People are asking about Chris Boucher's future. I think he's gone. German, I think he's gone. Raptors don't really have the bread right now to bring him in. Yeah, $27 to $30 million for Jakob. That's what's being reported by Michael Grange. That's what's reported by Michael Grange here now at this point. So that's an interesting piece. But Shams a liar. Got that stuff going. Okay. So the Grizzlies got the first phone call with Shams in terms of those updates. In terms of those updates, those are the first bits of news we're getting from Shams. Make sure we got 430 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Making sure we got to hit that 40K goal. Got to get to that spot. Grow this thing. Clarkson is saying the Celtics reportedly laughed at the Raptors Derek White offer. I mean, that's just stupid. I laughed at the Celtics denying it. And now who's hurt worse? Who's hurt worse? That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at here. But we're taking a look at free agency moves. Jeff Green and Aaron Holiday have signed with the Houston Rockets. The Kings are looking for all these different point guards. I mean, one interesting part to this that we should bring up, that we should discuss. Okay, one interesting part to this that needs to be discussed. We talk about this here. The Kings are interested in a lot of point guards. We're seeing they are interested in a lot of point guards. So there's a situation going on in Sacramento here right now. They have new management. So the new management was the former management. So the new GM, his brain is Scott Perry, used to be in the weeds with the New York Knicks when the team ended up drafting Immanuel Quickley, was around for all of RJ Barrett's development. I'm not sure if he was specifically the guy out there on that mix. So they are looking to get a point guard. I'm getting distracted by tweets. To see if we're having updates, seeing stuff live. But, okay, if they strike out on Dennis Schroeder, they strike out on Russell Westbrook, if they strike out on Malcolm Brogdon out here on the trade market, or in the free agent market, they don't land a PG, then they're going to be in a position where they need to make a trade. Scott Perry has a previous relationship with Immanuel Quickley, so he might be willing to fork up some assets in order to bring IQ down to Sacramento. Because apparently they want a long-term option. I don't see Brogdon, I don't see Schroeder, I don't see Russell Westbrook, any of them as long-term options there for Sacramento. Stefan saying like and subscribe. Appreciate you, Stefan. Doing my job out of me. Don't forget the likes. Got to get that stuff rocking and rolling. But appreciate it. It's your boy. But Kuminga has some updates too. Hey, are you ever going to grow your hair out like yours before? It's getting kind of long here now at this point. I don't know. Do you guys like the long hair? Bring it back. People are asking for, People are asking for where's Riker. Riker's living life. He's out in BC now. He's living life. Doing some accounting. Not watching the Raptors. I tell you that. He's done with the Raptors. Probably best. For the mental health. Okay, so we have some stuff. We have some stuff cooking. Jaren Jackson Jr. is changing his number. We got some news. So let's see what Brett Siegel's saying. More moves. Okay. More moves are coming for the Grizzlies. Oh my God, I got to screenshot these things correctly. More moves are coming for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies run free agency right now. Jalen saying Chris going to the Celtics. Or going to the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers. Any major updates yet? We do have major updates. A lot of them for the Grizzlies right now. A lot of them for the Grizzlies. They're reconstructing moves. They're getting some stuff going. They're worried about Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark would be an interesting piece for this team. Brandon Clark would be an interesting piece for this Raptors team. Coming out there in the mix. Is the roster full now? We do have 2 to 3 roster spots. Tell them we want more than the Grizzlies news. I agree. We want more than Grizzlies news, Shams. Wake up. Wake up. People are wondering where all those big moves that were coming in. So the Knicks have interest in Jordan Clarkson. That's confirmed. That's confirmed. That's confirmed. So that's a new report that we have going there. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff happening. Let's see. Let's see what we have going. Deandre Ayton. I was getting to this before the Grizzlies, the Shams bombs was rolling. So maybe if I start talking about this again, we'll get more Shams bombs. But Deandre Ayton had his contract bought out last night. I covered this a bit in today's video. Again, as a backup center, he could be a cool fit for this Toronto Raptors team. Do not get me wrong. I just think it's unlikely that he'd be coming. But apparently there's a significant interest in Deandre Ayton. Ended up going to the LA Lakers. That's what the news is. That's what the news is, regarding this team here now. We're getting some Deandre Ayton stuff, backup center out there for this team. I'm trying to lure Russell Westbrook to Sacramento. Yeah, if they don't do that, I wouldn't be shocked if we see a trade go down with Immanuel Quickley going to Sacramento. Would not be surprised. Would not be surprised if that ends up being the case. Would not be surprised. To a deal with the Mavs. D'Angelo Russell's agreed to a deal with the Mavs, per the Airy report. So Ayton forfeited $10 million of his $35 million to leave the Portland Trailblazers. Okay. Wiseman. We already have Wiseman, technically. We already have Wiseman. We traded for him, and then we waived him. So that's an interesting piece. Big signing. Big signing. We do have a big signing. Big signing, folks. Shocking update. Jahlil Okafor said he's likely to sign with the Japanese B-League club team soon. Screenshot of him in the Mad Ants. It's my that was my former men's league team. My former men's league team. Wiseman already proved he can't play. Slowest free agency in years. This is crazy. 24-year-old free agent. Will fans revolt if Quickley's traded akin to Luka Doncic? No world. No world. If RJ Barrett's traded, there might be a little riot. There might be a little tiny riot happening. But unlikely for IQ. Unlikely for IQ. But we have all these updates and no moves. No immediate moves. Omer Rui today. Raptors are cooking. This could be a long and dragged out. Okay. Bomb. Shams bomb. Shams bomb. Shams a bombin'. Shams is a bombin'. This is a big one. This is the biggest. Well, I guess the Jaren Jackson one's the biggest one, but we knew who he was staying. Dorian Finney-Smith is a Houston Rocket. Wow. 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 Houston's going to be good. Houston's going to be good. Houston is going to be good. Wow. That's a W or an L for the Houston Rockets. 4-year, $53 million deal. 4-year, $53 million deal. That feels really, really cheap for DFS. For a guy the caliber of Dorian Finney-Smith, that feels like a very cheap contract. Wow. Okay. The Houston Rockets are good. Shout out Fred VanVleet. Shout out to Fred. That's a nice acquisition. That's a nice acquisition. We also have another one. We have another Shams bomb. The bombs are starting to roll in. They were delayed. They were a delay. There was a delay on the fuse. Okay? There's a delay on the fuse. We finally got a few Shams bombs coming in. B-Ball Paul. B-Ball Paul, baby. Paul Reed has agreed to a 2-year, $11 million deal to return to the Detroit Pistons. There was some speculation that B-Ball Paul could be the backup center for the Toronto Raptors. So that's another potential option off the table, off the board for this team. Interesting stuff. So, B-Ball Paul is off the board. Dorian Finney-Smith, off the board. He's never come to the Raptors. Interesting. How good do you think the Pistons are going to be next season? That's one question I want to ask the chat. They're probably losing Malik Beasley. Dennis Schroeder doesn't seem like he's coming back. How would you feel? How do you feel about the Pistons? Do you think they're better than the Raptors? Do you think they're better than the Raptors? Yes or no? Out there in the chat. Do you think they're better than the Raptors? The Detroit Pistons? Let me know. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Okay, we got more moves. Lots of Mark Bartelstein. Mark Bartelstein is making some bread today. The Memphis Grizzlies and Cam Spencer have agreed to a 2-year, $4.5 million fully guaranteed deal. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yes, no, a few yeses, a few nos. Cam Spencer. I'm not sure. The contracts that are getting thrown out now, man. I can't lie. There was an inflated market. 2-3 years ago. That IQ contract's looking expensive. Scottie Barnes contract's looking expensive. I think Scottie's going to be worth it, but that's whatever. Mike's saying, can we please stop with these Ben Simmons trade right to the Raptors trade scenarios? Simmons is trash. No! Don't get these. We don't get these dance-offs, baby. We don't get the young socialite out here cooking. Young socialite on the Raptors be electric. For the culture. You know, that's what we're trying to see. But these are worthy to be announced. Yes. What's up? What's up, Salty? What's up, Salty Saint? My mic volume is low. The mic volume is always kind of low out here on this microphone. Got to figure that out. All right, talking a deeper, more intense inflection. That's why I got to get going. But yeah, DFS out there on the Rockets, a big W. There's a weird story regarding this DFS that we should discuss. So apparently, GM of the LA Lakers, Rob Pelinka, came out and basically was telling opposing teams, GMs and stuff, that, hey, don't sign DFS. This guy's knee is cooked. His knee is cooked or ankle's cooked or something. And it got back to Dorian Finney-Smith that his own GM was trying to diminish his value. So he said, to heck with this. I'm going to sign with another team. And then went straight to the Rockets. Okay. Any moves yet? There's been some moves. Nothing with the Raptors. Agent release. What's going on? Something's going on with the Raptors. Not much is going on with the Raptors right now. Hey, Ben, can you play center? You'd be rich with just one contract. I wish. I'd be the most elite 5'8" center in Raptors history. Deandre Ayton might be a nice fit Toronto. He would, but I don't think he'd play backup. Like, I think he would if he's willing to fulfill that role, but the Raptors are going in that defensive direction. They're going in that defensive direction. So, that's what's happening. Folks, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well. Got 490 people in here. We're waiting for bombs, but they've been duds. They've been free agency duds here now at this point. Macklin? What will the Raptors' first move be? My belief is the Raptors' first move is going to be extending Jakob Poeltl. The first move was signing Garrett Temple. But I think their first big move is going to be extending Jakob Poeltl. Or a trade. Or signing a president of basketball operations. So we need one of those too. The biggest move I guess we made is the Masai Ujiri firing. That's probably the biggest move we made since the Kawhi trade. So that's something that's there. Okay. Ben, the Kings need you at point guard. Hey, my hoop mixtapes on YouTube. My scouting tapes are out there. Someone could get me on the Sacramento Kings and make me some bread. I'd appreciate it. No, I'm pretty washed from my old high school days, but my hoop mixtapes are online. I'll be your agent 10%. Carnivore Den. Got you. I'll give you 11%. But the Raptors are going to sign some G League player, probably. If we're being real. But the Raps ain't signed no one. All this talk, do nothing. Word around the street was that this team was, going to have a quiet start to the free agency. So, we'll see. I was optimistic for a Jakob Poeltl extension, just to see if that was gonna start cooking up. Brian Manure says the Lakers might sign 2 centers before the week is up. Oh, we got a noti. Okay, interesting. Weird development here now at this point. Weird development. Shams. Weird development from Shams. So, they're going to waive Cole Anthony. The Grizzlies are going to waive Cole Anthony so they can sign Jaren Jackson Jr., but they can't do it right now, but they already gave him the extension. What on earth is going on with that? Doesn't make any sense. They already gave him the contract, and Anthony has all the leverage right now. So, that's intriguing. He'd be an interesting backup point guard. I'm very much a shed head, folks. I'm very much a shed head. So, that's what I'm feeling. Yeah, Cousins was suspended. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff here. My camera freezes. Let's see. No big moves. No shocking moves here now at this point. No shocking moves. See, the camera keeps... Yeah, we're back. Let's get Clint Capella. Maybe. I feel like he'll be sneaky expensive, which would be interesting. Interesting decision. So Luka. Okay. Ty Jerome still might be going to the Grizzlies. Mitch Marner making Chris Boucher money. Sign Bismack. That would be cool. Ruel's saying hit the like button. Doing my job better than me. Appreciate you, Ruel's. Ja Morant, the Raptors confirmed. Yeah. Don't spam. Don't spam. Don't spam fake news. Only real news. Okay. The Rockets are out on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Of course. Still Atlanta and Detroit. Those are the two favorites to land. What? Is this real? No world this is real. Yeah, this is fake news. This is fake news. Okay. I saw people stacking up on it. Ah. Okay. We're getting teased. Here. This is just a tease. Woj wouldn't have let this happen. He would have construed moves to happen. Muse. Yeah, the emotions are playing with us. Who are favorites? If Ja Morant gets traded, we're still favorites. But of course, he has to get traded. No, Ja's not a Raptor. Ja Morant is not a Raptor. Ja Morant is not a Toronto Raptor. Having issues with my camera up here. Sentinel Digest. Giannis would be nice. There's rumors we might be getting Giannis's agent to be the head of basketball operations of the Raptors, so that would be interesting. John's bring a bazooka here if he comes. That's what we'd like to see. Mark Carney stopping him at the border. Ja traded to the Raptors. Oh my God. Get in the background. Out of focus. See if we see the camera relocks in. Weston Road flows. This is really, really dud trade deadline here. Or trade deadline. Free agency. Dud. Dud. What about Giannis's agent? Yeah, the Raptors are linked to Giannis's agent in terms of making him the new president. So I'll probably make that a video. There's no news that comes out tonight. I'll make a video on that. That'd be a fun vid. Because there are no takers for RJ Barrett, apparently. Oh my God. Kevin Durant's eligible for $122 million over 2 years. That'd be crazy. Man, should do more live streams. I should. Beasley Sports Betting. Hey, helps us eclipse the Pistons in the Eastern Conference. It's good news for us. Here's our no takers. Yeah. Raptors could sign Ben Rogers on a minimum deal. Give me that bread. We cook. Pistons are not better than us. I agree. It's on my necklace. St. Christopher. So I can travel. Be safe. Mark Carney signed 3 years, $70 million. When he plays hockey, elbows up. That'd be crazy. Prime Minister and then GM. Wow. Okay. The Lakers got their signing. Got a signing, but it's whatever. Jake LaRavia to the Lakers. Interesting pickup. They need a 5 though. They don't need more of these wings. don't play defense. That's not really what they need. Let's see. It's not really what they need. Giannis was named president of basketball operations. That's what we like to see. Jake LaRavia, no center. No center. No center. But LaRavia to the Lakers. Luca Rosano should collaborate. One of Luca Rosano's buddies used to work for me. Was a creator at Digest Media. Do you think Giannis or Ja come in 100%? Just say Puff. Jake LaRavia. Let's see. Are the Lakers going to be any good next season? Can you just make something up? I mean, I could. You know? Have you watched the Giannis movie Rise? I have not. I've heard it's good, though. I've heard it's good. Wow. Shocking update. I mean, people think I make stuff up. I react to stuff that might be made up. I always source it. I always source my reports. Free agency explosion. Yeah, Jake LaRavia. What the heck? Okay, we have some drama. We got some drama here, folks. We got some drama. We got some drama. We got some drama. We got some drama. Did Chris Haynes do that? Is that the live tweet? Okay, he what's it called? He edited his tweet. Chris Haynes edited his tweet. Chris Haynes says he agreed to sign with the Sacramento Kings instead of the Lakers, but he edited it. Okay. We have a super chat. Super chat coming in. Let's get this. Let's get these graphics rocking. Super chat coming in from Stefan. What's the ideal trade for RJ or Quick or both? Also, LaRavia loves Galdem big things. Look at his GF. Well, first things first. We need to get the important stuff. Out of the way. Who is Jake LaRavia's GF? That's... These signings are whatever. We'll talk about RJ or whatever. Who's his GF? I don't know what a Galdem big thing is. So I mean, they look like a friendly couple. They look like a friendly group. This is Jake LaRavia and his girlfriend. Seem like nice people. It's a nice picture of those folks. But if we're talking what's it called? RJ or Quick. I want a heist. I want a big fish. I want one of these top guys, eh? I want... The chat's going crazy. If you know, you know. I don't know, Matt. I don't know. I don't know if we got Galdem big tings out here in Newfoundland. I don't know. I don't know if that's what we're running with out here on the rock. And put her on the screen. I put her on the screen, brother. Put her on the screen. Mad. But no. For RJ here, RJ or Quick. RJ or Immanuel Quickley. That sound effect needs work. You know, it's the big fish. It's the Galdem big things fish. That's what's slapping out there with that noise. This is free agency day, baby. Hit that subscribe button so you get all the latest updates on the Lakers signings, girlfriends. You know. Lakers Nation happy about Laravia. Is the guy good? I don't know anything about Lakers Nation. I only know Lakers Digest. That's all I know. That's all I know. Ben, what do you think about the Hawks are cooking with Porzingis, Queen, and Fairs? The Hawks don't have Queen or Fairs. And that 2026 pick. The Hawks have Trae Young. Trae Young, they're cooking lately though. They had Trae Young, they got Risa Shea, they had Dyson Daniels, they got KP, they got that swap pick, which is a huge W. But the highlight of free agency is Galdem big things. You know, that sounds a little suspicious if you close your eyes. Nah, man, nah, it's the big fish. It's the big fish, baby. The big fish. Timothy, I appreciate you subscribing. Only need you subscribing once. It means the world to me. Squishy. What's a view on Bob Myers taking over Masai? Like, that's the only guy you could argue is a legitimate upgrade. Like, that's the only guy you could say, hey, that dude would be a huge acquisition. It's that fake Jake jersey giveaway a few years ago. I don't know where fake Jake is. Magic and Hawks will be playing teams. I mean, injuries. Scooby-Doo. Santi just signed with the what's it called? With the Memphis Grizzlies. Very fishy. Yeah, I need some Jamaican friends. I know one Jamaican person. Play a bit of basketball with him. So I won't leak his business. Good guy though. But not many Jamaican people out in St. John's. Ulrich Shamshe won't be our backup center. I think he will be. There's been news that essentially the Raptors are happy with his development. They think he's developed pretty well, but of course not ready to immediately take that leap into the mix. So that's we're looking next season, like this upcoming season, the season after, to really see that Ulrich Shamshe jump. Subscribe and unsubscribe again. I think Ben has these numbers. Jaren, you make up 30,000 of these 38,000 subscribers with your daily subscribe and unsubscribe and subscribe back. Appreciate you. When's the next stream with Marcel? I don't know. Marcel might be live right now. He's texting in our Lakers Digest group chat. So Tellus is calling me. I'm getting a call from Tellus, folks. Getting a call from Tellus. They said, hey, get off of Rodgers, baby. We know you're mad at the ownership at Rodgers, so get off of that. We have a super chat coming in from Stephen. Stephen Winstanley saying, can we get a Laravia Galda big things at it? You know, that's what we like to see. If we sign Jake Laravia, every time I talk about that guy, I'll get a big tings at it. I'll get a big tings at it out there for Jake Laravia. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Also, I want a PSA. I want a PSA to people, because I've been getting this a ton. Check out Twitter, too. I've seen this on Twitter. I've been checking this out from a bunch of people. I am not related to Edward Rodgers. I'm not related to Edward Rodgers. I'm making that clear. Despite my last name, people unsubscribe. They hear I'm not related to Edward Rodgers. People, too many people are thinking I'm related to him. Digest Media is a proxy of Rodgers media, especially where I'm pretty optimistic about the Toronto Raptors. It's like, oh, you're paid by your uncle Edward. You know, I'm not related. I'm gonna be the biggest Rodgers media company. Digest Media about to be bigger than Rodgers. Book it. Book it. We're going to be bigger, baby. More streams equals more subs. I mean, we're losing subs this stream, baby. We're losing. The number's going down. They don't like the golden big things. But no, I agree. I agree, Issue Boy. More streams is crucial. Can we get a quick recap of the signings? The biggest signing, Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Memphis Grizzlies. They also brought back Santi Aldama. They Dorian Finney-Smith still on the gone to the Houston Rockets. Left the Lakers because they didn't. How's Uncle Rogers? Uncle Ed, baby. I don't actually do that. I don't want to algorithms. Hey, nice. I appreciate it. I like the comments you leave about it, though, Jaren. I appreciate you. The only Rogers we're cool with is Ben. Appreciate you. My dad. And Richard Rogers. That's what we like to see. But, gotta change it to Rogers. No, it's aggravating. No D in Rogers. Sus. Yeah, but not a lot of moves. Alex, the recap is on free agency right now. Not a lot of moves. Not a lot of moves. What's on Squid Games? Watch the first 2 seasons. Have not had time to watch the last one. It's been too busy. Been too busy. We'll get around to it. Always feel really messed up watching Squid Games, though. I always feel a bit messed up. Like going to sleep and all that. But I'll watch it. I'll give it a look. South Korea's got some good TV shows and stuff. Dick Rogers. It's my dad. Get rid of Quickley, keep RJ Barrett. Hey, I'm on the keep RJ Barrett bandwagon. I'm neutral on Immanuel Quickley. Neutral on IQ. I'm neutral on IQ. The Raptors never get anybody. I mean, we got Kawhi Leonard. We got Marc Gasol. We always brought back our free agents. I believe in this team, man. I believe in this team. Without Masai, maybe my belief may spindle out, but I believe. I believe in this group. What's happening, 5-piece poet? What's happening? Just caught your... What's up, Ben? Just streaming, baby. I don't know. All my friends are at Muggy Monday right now. All my friends are at Muggy Monday. There's no news. There's no free agent signings. There's no Twitters. All I got on my Twitter is Jake Laravia's big things gat girl, whatever people are saying about her. Crazy. We got some stuff going. Let's see. A little refresh. So D'Angelo Russell signing. Jake Laravia is going to the Lakers. Gary Trent Jr. 1 year, $8 million deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. Is that true? We might have a Starboy update. I don't know if this is true, though. Like, Bucks show, I don't know if he's reporting facts or fiction. But at this point, I don't think anyone cares. If we're being honest, I don't think anyone cares. A 1 year, $8 million deal for Gary Trent Jr. might be what just happened. How's the boy Riker? Had a good chat with Riker like a month ago. He's doing really well. He's got like I don't think he's married, but he's got wife. Living life. But Ben Rogers is married to Edward Rogers' granddaughter. Did I take her name? Is that why my last name is Rogers? I took Edward Rogers' granddaughter's. Is Edward Rogers like the age of grandchildren? That's a real question. I had that graphic ready to go. I mean, before this, I usually have my stream deck, but I was going through all the hotkeys. And I saw Dr. X, Mr. X, you're out of pocket. You're out of pocket, brother. Shams bomb? Trey Jones. Okay. We have a Shams update. I don't know if we're calling that a bomb. Folks. I don't know if we're going bomb territory with that. But This is what we're resorted to. This is what we're at here now at this point. Trey Jones. I'm not even bringing up Trey Jones. I'm keeping the Bucks show, yo. It's more interesting. Franker coming back is the only reason I watch this channel. It's a tease, Jaren. It's a tease. Riker's coming back soon. He's coming back soon. Trey Jones resigned. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? If we sign a Gary Trent Jr., it'd be cool. Nah. Summer League defense finna be stacked. Agreed. I'm excited for the Summer League this year. The Gingers brother united. You know, one day when the Raptors are good, sneak Riker back in. Once he's watching. Damn, the Area Report had it before Shams. Raptors Digest. You watching the stream? This is why we cover all those random weird Twitter accounts that make stuff like throw it out there. Sometimes they're right. Sometimes they are correct. Because Shams just confirmed it. But the Area Report had it first. The Area Report had it first. What are we doing here? Okay. Bang, bang. Oh, it disappeared. I don't know what's going on. My desktop is a mess. Shams waiting for the jersey swap. But D'Angelo Russell has signed a 2-year, $13 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks. It's a good pickup. They need someone to man that point guard spot. Dr. Mister, I don't control the ads, but you know what? Uncle Ed told me to put in some unskippable ads just for you. Uncle Ed said, hey, we get some juicy ad revenue from Dr. Mister. Uncle Edward Rogers. That's what we like to see. Ben Simmons wants more than the league minimum. Ben Rogers also wants more than the league minimum. I take more than a league minimum. I take a league minimum. That's what I take. Trent holding up a 5 show. How much he's re-signing with the Raptors. That's crazy. I don't know. Whoever on earth gave Gary Trent Jr. the advice to turn down like $23 million from the Raptors has to be fired into the sun. I mean, saved us. My God. But goodness gracious. Generational bag fumble. Uncle Dennis. Yeah, it's a good deal. It's a good deal for the Mavericks. Wouldn't mind JV back. I've been sat in a chair. This studio, the other studio. Making a lot of vids. Uncle Ed. If I ever have any sources, I'll say it's Uncle Ed. Uncle Ed came out here. Unc Ed. Hi, buddy. I've been called Unc lately. This is something I have to bring up to people. I have to vent on stream. I'm the oldest guy, third oldest guy on my men's league team. People are calling me Unc here now. I'm 25 years old. I've been called Unc 24/7. What is happening? Is 25 Unc status now? Yes or no? Yes or no in the chat. Is 25 Unc status? I need to know. People are saying Sabonis and Ellis plus picks for RJ and Yak, please. I would love. Oh, MPJ? Where? Okay, we actually have a bomb! We actually have a bomb! I was enough talking about unk status. Enough talking about unk status. Is your soul that makes you unk? Okay. I'll keep that in mind. But we have a bomb. We have a bomb. Okay. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. Okay, wow. Interesting deal for the Nuggets. Oh my God. Hate these screenshots. The Nuggets are trading Michael Porter Jr. and an unprotected 2032 first-round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson. That pick could be very, very valuable out there in the future. That could be very, very valuable. I'm a Funkle. Still Happy Meal Ben. I started at 10 years old. I've been on YouTube since I was 17, brother. I've been out here nearly a decade. I now run a company with 90 people in it. Unk. It's crazy. That's a bomb. That's without a doubt a bomb. That is without a doubt a bomb. Okay. Are we mad we missed out on this? Are we mad we missed out on this? PJ. Cam Johnson, long link to the Raptors, of course, offseason. This is a good deal for the Nets. Weird flex, buddy. What's happening? What's happening, Nick? Lakers Digest. You run a company too. 3 year. Oh, is this official? Is this official? Is this official? Okay, it's official. Wow. The Grizzlies are cooking. The Grizzlies are cooking. The Grizzlies are cooking. Okay. This is what we like to see. This is what we like to see. Ty Jerome, 3-year deal. $28 million. The Memphis Grizzlies. Interesting. There's some bombs happening now. There's some bombs happening now, folks. Hit that subscribe button. We're going up and down on that subscriber mark. People aren't liking the unk talk. Let's get those subs up. Get the energy high up in here. This has been a dud of free agency, but we got some updates happening here now at this point. Ty Jerome to the Grizzlies is interesting. Because they have Ja. I guess that's safe to say Ja is a Raptor now. We can confirm it. It's locked in. Yeah, the HBK Saint, the Heartbreak Kid. There's some good contracts here now. There's some good contracts out here being dished out across the league. And you know what they say about the Raptors? We might have some bad contracts. We might have some tough contracts out here on this team, but that's fine. We signed all of our contracts during this. Ty Jerome is a baller. That guy's good. We're getting Ja Rule. What does Ja Rule think about this signing? Another move by APM. We'll see. 5-piece poet. You missed a good playoffs if you didn't watch the NBA. I'll say that. I don't know if you missed much regarding the Toronto Raptors, but you missed much regarding the NBA as a whole. It was a good year. Good playoffs, especially. Without a doubt. The fact we have IQ at 23 million a year, IQ's making way more than 23 million a year, my guy. HBK Saint. I want to trade for Sabonis or sign Ayton. Yeah. I mean, the Leafs traded Mitch Marner today. There's a cup coming for the Leafs. So that's what I'm saying. Now we're hearing the Ingram contract is an overpay. We'll see how good he is. I believe in the Raptors, though. I believe in this team. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Chom's too busy making the posters. I mean, actually, there's one thing that came up. I was gonna make a video and I was like, I don't think this is possible. But some, you know what I mean? Like, if the report comes out, I make it for you guys. Because I know you guys want it. Where are we? I don't know. I can't find the report. But the Raptors were interested to kill Alexander Walker. I don't think they get him. But it's tough. I think we can get an NAW. He's making the jersey swaps. I have a jersey swap generator. I can cook him up like that. Kevin Porter Jr. back with the Bucks. Very expected. Ben, I love your unwavering optimism for this team. Do you mean to say optimism? I'm believing. I bet you meant to say optimism. That's what I think. Optimism. I mean, you could say both at times. I prefer to be called Unc. Uncle Eddie. Uncle Eddie Rogers is gonna give us some news. He's gonna give us a sign. Come on, Uncle Ed. I'm gonna call Uncle Ed and see if we get any moves. See if we get any moves happening with the Toronto Raptors. Those red locks are getting gray. I know. It's tough. Unk status. Man. Cup coming for the Leafs. Are you smoking Fenty? No, I'm just a new Leafs fan. I didn't watch hockey for years, but see, I lived in Montreal, so I was like, I'm a Habs fan, but I didn't watch, right? And then I started watching. I'm like, I'm a Leafs fan. I watched the views on Leafs Digest go. Habs Digest is booming too. But optimism or stupidity? You know what? When we win, we find out. Schroeder to Sacramento. Is that confirmed? I need someone to help write an essay for me. Get that chat premium, brother. Wow, okay. This is actually juicy. This is juicy. That sounded a bit sus, but here we are. Okay. Will I be able to screenshot it and actually have it saved? Come in. We'll see. We'll see if that happens by the end of the night. Denver adds Cam Johnson. They save $17 million in the process. This means they have their full mid-level exception now, which allows them to target another really good player in free agency. Nice to see the Nuggets making moves. I respect the Nuggets. I respect them. That's good. NAW going to the Nuggets. Okay. That's interesting. Nuggets might be good. A few teams sleeping here right now. There's a few teams sleeping. All right? Few teams sleeping. Toronto Raptors. I was going to say Masai Ujiri sleeping. Masai Ujiri's unemployed right now. I also thought we would be getting what's called an interview from Masai, but no. That's whatever. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! Okay. Okay. Free agency is starting to cook. The Denver Nuggets are back. The Denver Nuggets are back. A man that was in probably 100 Raptors Digest thumbnails. A man that was in, without a doubt, 100 Raptors Digest thumbnails. Just signed a 1-year deal with the Denver Nuggets. He is back in Denver. He is back in Denver. He has a Denver Nuggets tattoo. He deserves to go back. Deserves back in Denver. Good for Bruce Brown. I really liked him as like a person. The Nuggets are good again. The Nuggets are good again. That starting unit, Jamal Murray, Bruce Brown, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. Dare I say, the Denver Nuggets are back. The West is just cooked, man. The West is cooked. Who is Pop Sal? Raptors sign. Happy for Bruce Brown. I agree. Raptors sign no one. Raptors are sleeping. The Warriors are sleeping too. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. More news. More news, folks. This one doesn't make any sense. But we're covering it. A team that just drafted a bunch of, like, a couple centers, I believe? No, that was T-Wolves. Well, they just drafted Derek Queen. What the heck are the Pelicans doing, bro? Free agent center Kevon Looney signed a 2-year, $16 million deal with the New Orleans Pelicans. I mean, don't they have Missy? Need backup center? Going to be weird seeing Kevon Looney not in Golden State. Bobby's napping. Bobby is napping. I think the Pelicans are going to make a big trade, man. I got a feeling the Pelicans are just going to make a big blockbuster trade. I got that feeling. Raptors need to wake up. Otto Portis Jr. I think Zion's gone. They just gave up an absolutely crazy piece. Our guy on Pelicans Digest called the signing. Give him Mills on the mic a shout out. Launched Pelicans Digest like 3 days ago. It's already at 2,000 subscribers. I think it's close. It's close to 2K subs. Shout out to Mills on the mic, baby. Man is cooking. On Pelicans Digest. I see DeJounte staying there long term and no. Yeah, he had a what's called. He had a hand injury or something last season. Raptors have no money. They can't do anything. They can extend Jakob Poeltl. All I want is a juicy little extension. That's all I want. That's all I need. Man, okay, there's a lot of stuff happening here right now. Apologize for the distract. I got a bunch of boos, a bunch of stuff happening. Lots of moves happening. Mel's on the mic called it. Apparently Jordan Clarkson's going to the Knicks. Jordan Clarkson's going to the Knicks. That's the intel I'm getting. Live Raptors Digest intel. Live Raptors Digest intel. It's not out there yet. But the Knicks are getting Jordan Clarkson. We do have a super chat coming in. I can't miss. I gotta lock in. Here. Okay, you get the full tilt super chat. What's happening, Sheer? Saying, will we go for a big fish? Right now, are we rolling with RJ Plus? I mean, we'll see. I think a lot of the big fish stuff, and I'll keep playing this, is going to come down to who's available and who ends up becoming our president of basketball operations. That's going to be the real story about who's going to be out there in the mix for the big fish and the Raptors plans and all that stuff at this point. But Jordan Clarkson's coming to the Knicks. Interesting. Yabusele to the Raptors. Yabusele to the Raptors would be very, very, very interesting. Little Ben Rogers bomb, baby. Little Ben Rogers bomb. We get more. I'm no insider. Do not get me wrong, boys. I'm hearing more stuff. I don't really come out and say stuff because I'm an aggregator. I see news and I react to it. So then if I start pretending like actual intel and stuff, then I can't react to other stuff. But apparently Clarkson the Knicks. Stay away from Ben Simmons. I gotta add the Masai big fish, bro. These graphics take so long to make. You don't like the noise? The noise out there in the big fish graphic? That's tough to edit. Nuggets Digest, they're cooking. I'm streaming, getting vids up, getting that stuff rocking. It's good. The streams are rolling right now. Big stream on Leafs Digest today. Over 900 people in it. And they're only going for a few minutes. The sound of the big fish, it's outrageous. You're in the know? In the know, kind of. Maybe. Mavericks over OKC. Interesting. The Mavericks could be really good next season. Giannis for Boucher and Quickley, straight up. 5 first-round picks, too, for Chris Boucher. Standing on that. Is Giannis on the board still? I think Giannis is going to come up on the board in August, personally, but we'll see. Jordan just smoked crack for the first time. We signed Pappy Sow. I don't know what Pappy Sow is, so people are spamming that in the chat. I am Unk. What happened to me? I'm Unk. I miss Woj. HBK Saint. We all miss Woj. He's living life. That must be a stressful job. But cheers, fellow Newfoundlander. Let's go, Shane. Keep up the great work, dude. Appreciate you, Shane. We ball out. Lots of Newfoundland YouTubers out here, baby. Josh Goss on Habs Digest. Nick Goss on Leafs Digest. Kirk Day. Bruins Digest. Wild Digest. Mark Pye on Canucks Digest. We got a lot of Newfoundlanders taking over the media scene. Serge Ibaka is still available. I think he's still available, but I don't know if he's playing. What do you think of Chucky? I think Chucky's good. I think he'll be an interesting piece. Wow. Okay. We have a new update. 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 Chomps did not do a jersey swap for this one. Slacking. Slacking. You are not unk if you are not unk if you don't know Pape Sal, big guy. Is it the opposite? What on earth are we going on with? "43 years old. When was he on the Raps? Let's see. I should know this stuff. My OG Raptors. Yeah, I was 7. Okay, I was 7. I was 7 out here. My camera's dying of the disrespect that I've given to Papi Sal. Pop Sue? Pop Sue. Ah, okay. It's because I can't read it. I've heard of Pop Sue before. I've heard of him. Not gonna pretend I'm a super up to date, locked in on the Pop Sue updates. My camera die? This is where we're at, folks. This is where we're at. The real streamers know what happened. Where are we? I think we're back. Oh, that is a janky looking green screen setup. So you know what they say? We're going back to the office. Back to the office grind. The quality is falling off, folks. The quality is falling off. We're rocking in the office, baby. We're rocking in the office. This is where we're running the rest of the stream. All right, we're getting it like this with this camera. Okay, that's how we're rolling. Pop Sue. I'm disappointed in myself. Disappointed I got no Pop Sue. Am I unk? I thought it was a meme. Pop Sue was like a meme. Okay, I respect that actually. I'm no longer unk. Yeah, 04, 05, 05, 06. Like 07, I was peak was like Solomon Alabi, Ben Uzo, that era. That's when I became a sicko. You're upside down. Let's get a like spike going. The chat's yelling. But yeah, we're in a janky setup here now. But Luke Kornet is going to the Spurs. The Celtics are becoming more and more depleted by the day. Let's see. More and more depleted. How are you guys feeling about the downfall of the Celtics? It's a bit bittersweet because I'd love to see them have a downfall without injuries. I'm not a fan. Like, Jason Tatum seems like a good guy. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not a fan of Tatum. I don't like him. Like, I'm not rooting for him. He seems like a good guy, but like I'm not rooting for anyone that's a star of the Celtics. But of course, I don't want to see any injuries happen. But you know, so it makes it less sweet. Oh, wow. Okay. We have an update. Man, the Rockets are just cooking right now. The Rockets are on absolute fire right now. Holy smokes. The Rockets are just cooking. Let's pull up this report. LA, you're not getting your centers. No center signings for the LA Lakers right now. $3 years, $21 million? Could that have been us? Clint Capella. Maybe if Masai was I don't know. That's a steal for the Rockets. The Rockets might win the chip next season. Or they come out the West. They're not beating us in the championship, but that is crazy. LeBron just opted into $50 million. LeBron gets paid the Clint Capella contract in 2 weeks. The entire contract. Wow. The Rockets might win the chip. Who's your championship favorite here now at this point? Who's your championship favorite? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Let me know. That's the Rockets are cooking. I think every team in the NBA has made a signing right now. I think every team in the NBA is making signings right now, besides the Warriors and the Raptors. Besides the Warriors, the Raptors, T-Wolves aren't making any signings. Who else? The Kings, they're trying. The Kings are trying to make signings, but the Pistons just brought in Caris LeVert. You know what this means? I'm calling this here now. This is a Ben Rogers. This is kind of whatever. The Pistons and the Hawks were the two teams out there in the mix for NAW, for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I am calling Nickeil Alexander-Walker going to the Atlanta Hawks now. I'm calling that here now at this point. Book it. Book it, folks. Book it. Book it. NAW is going to the Hawks. The Hawks, I think, are really good. I genuinely of the belief the Hawks are one of the teams that we have to worry about in the Eastern Conference next year. I think they're going to be good for a long time. They got some assets, man. They got that swap from the Pelicans and Bucks. If they get NAW too, that's going to be a team to be reckoned with. Their new GM is really good. And they might get Masai. Scottie Barnes fan, I'd love to see NAW in the Raptors, but that means trades going down before. What's it going to take to Ben to become Tellus? To become Ben Tellus? Oh, switch the name. I mean, Tellus called me midstream. Don't know what about. Brunson traded for LeBron. That's crazy. I could see the Hawks coming out of the East next season. I'm that high on that team. They have absolutely cooked this offseason. They have cooked. Adventures of Smiles. Kevin Durant destroyed the Phoenix Suns. Well, he's a good fit there. All signs he should have retired years ago. Yeah, the Suns are covered. Maybe at the expense of the Toronto Raptors and Common Malwatch, even though I like CMB now. After watching him play. The Suns kind of got a good squad. Yeah, Masai, the new GM of the team in Vegas. Yeah, Vegas, I've heard stuff about Seattle. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case, though. Somebody call Bobby. Sleeping. This man be sleeping. See, I know what happens, right? I gotta stay on stream. Or I get off and then immediately moves happen. That's always how these things go. Celtics Digest called this Luke Kornet to the Spurs. Celtics Digest called it. There is lots of stuff going on. Big signings will be Ben Simmons. Let me get this straight. Ben owns a media empire, Digest Media. His name is Rogers. They're being the Uncle Ed allegations. These are what people, like, genuinely, I'm getting these conspiracy theories thrown out. Like, again, I know it's a joke. Like, I know it's a meme. But people are like, yo, Uncle Ed. They're convinced. It's my granddad or something. Money coming in. From Uncle Eddie. Uncle Eddie won't even pay Masai Ujiri. I wish he'd pay me. Should I? I'm going to get Uncle Ed to up the phone bills across Canada so we can get Masai Ujiri back. That's what we're doing. I'd sign Ben Tellis over Ben Simmons. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Yeah. Cam Johnson MPJ is a done deal. It's a good deal. It's a really good deal. Great deal for the Nuggets, man. Jokic will still probably be. The Nets getting some assets too. That could be a sneaky good asset. Man, I'd like Kawhi back. I'd take Kawhi back. So one of the best years of my life that Kawhi Leonard gave me. Gave us all. For the culture. Any rumblings? Any news? All right. There's news coming. Kuminga. There's optimism within the Warriors that Kuminga will resign. Optimism within the Warriors that Kuminga will resign. Someone's walking in my house. Ben Rogers signed a 2-year, $5 million contract. The Raptors play backup PG. We cook. My mixtape's on YouTube, baby. Ben Rogers, high school mixtape. I get the views up. Plug the old personal channel. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Oh, it's the old chroma key, baby. It's the old chroma key. Let's see if we can get that fixed. That's better. Yeah, it's we're starting to cook here now. We're starting to cook. Raptors never do anything real significant. I mean, DJs, we're cooking. Hopping on NBA My League to trade Jaw had enough Bobby catching Z's. Bring back Aaron Baines. Adventures Smiles. You know what's up. We get the #1 overall pick next season. We get Aaron Baines. The Raptors signed Superfan as next president of the Toronto Raptors. Who do you guys think is going to be president of the Toronto Raptors? Do you think it's going to be Bobby? Do you think it's going to be Bobby? Class of 2017, baby. High school class of 2017. We cook. No, I got like nerve damage in my neck, so I just throw no-look passes. All signs point to the Warriors signing Al Horford. There's significant trade interest in the marketplace on Kobe White. The Bulls appear to be open to listening to White as he's extension eligible this summer. He averaged 20 points per game last season. Yeah, Toronto's cold. You can't cross the border. Like some people can't cross the border. Like some people in their families like don't have passports. Might have like rules about not being able to leave the country. Like that's something I've heard is like a serious thing, in regards to like Canadian people like not wanting to come here. Makes sense. Unk Ben is pushing 26. It's basically 30. It's Unk status, bro. I remember I was 14 on Raptors Digest Twitter, just yapping at Brooklyn Nets fans, man. It was a formative moment in my life. That's why I'm not super active responding to comments when it's not streams. Just not like a thing, but I remember at 14, Bleacher. It was like some Bleacher Report trade on the Raptors Digest account, like spamming like back and forth. Some guy was talking about the Nets being better than the Raptors, and I'm just getting an argument. This dude would like lost his mind. And I thought it was like a smug little 14-year-old. But I was going back and writing essays. I'm like, what on earth am I doing with my time? I just went outside. I got like I remember specifically. I got one of those white lie. So like I don't know what flavor it is, but it was called like a white lie slushy from Irving gas station. Walked outside. I was like, I'm gonna do this instead of argue with some guy on my Twitter. Changed my life. It was a formative moment at 14 years old. I'm not gonna get into Twitter battles or like comment battles and stuff. Formative moment. The slushies were good too. Those slushies were good. Red Seagull's coming out and basically confirming this. So a little update. Stay ahead of Shams. Watch Raptors Digest stream so you stay ahead of Shams. Because we got insiders, baby. We got insiders. No, actually, it's a pull from Twitter. But, okay. Warriors are locked in on getting an agreement with Al Horford after losing Kevon Looney. Do you think Bobby's phone's working? I think Bobby tanks the Raptors because they fired Masai. That's a real question. That's the real question. Yeah, getting Al Horford. That'd be good for the Warriors, but they need some more. Ben Rogers 1v1. I've never seen Luka Rosano play basketball. Raptors ain't signing anyone. Shane is Sam. We'll see. We'll see. We got a couple roster spots. Your father is Edward Rogers. Like that's gonna go around, man. I've been shutting it down. I'm here for memes. I live for them. But like it's a believable story is the issue. Like people buy it. People believe it. Like Ben runs a media company, he's doing all this stuff and all that, People believe it. Uncle Ed. Uncle Eddie. Bring back the Tank Commander. All right, let's see. Oh no, we're playing the wrong stuff here now. Playing the wrong stuff. Ben Rogers beat Ben Simmons in the 3-point contest. I mean, these guys are just elite shooters in these spot-up spots. You know what I mean? Shout out Danny. Shout out Danny Loveless. It's my brother. He's messaging me about white lie slushies. It's the GOAT. The GOAT. I think it's free Skydome tickets. But I will pretend to be Edward Rogers' kid. I'll take that alias. I don't care. I don't care what hate I get on the internet. If I got free Skydome tickets just consistently, I'd run with that for the rest of my life. When do you think the Raptors will make a trade this summer? Do you think we'll run the squad as is? I think we're going to make some trades. Like, if we have a new president coming in, he's just not going to like this team. This is a Masai team. This is a Masai squad. This is Ben Rogers. I don't care how washed I am. I'm cooking Eddie Rogers out there in 1v1 in basketball. There's no world that man can dribble. I don't care how. My one failure with this channel, genuinely, think about this every weekly. My one failure with this channel is Riker and I never got to play one-on-one and like filmed it. Never made like a YouTube live one-on-one. It's probably the most unfortunate thing that's that ever happened to this channel. Quartz, right? I work for Danny. Let's go. The GOAT. Yeah, Danny and I have some dreams about this Toronto Raptors team being good. Ben, why'd you raise my cell phone bill? Hey, Giannis is coming, baby. We need to give him that max. Raise the cell phone bill so we can get Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the Raptors. Or on the Raptors. On the, what's it called? Scottie Barnes fan. Ben Rogers versus Mitch Marner in hockey. Get it done. Buddy. I guarantee you this. I try harder on the ice than Mitch Marner. Jose Calderon for president. Ben Rogers for Raptors president. Bro, Raptors do something. The Raps are looking a bit cooked in terms of moves actually going down. Man. Will the Raptors get something going? Whoa. 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 Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. There's some breaking news. Not from Shams. Not from Shams. Not from Shams. The Dallas Mavericks are using their two-way roster spot to sign undrafted 30-year-old basketball from the U.S. Army, Marcel Martin. The 6'2 guard averaged 8 points per game and 9 assists. No world he averaged 9 assists. I guarantee you Marcel's never passed in his life. And four rebounds and 58% shooting from the floor. No world that's 37% from three either. That's a big pickup. That's a big pickup by the Dallas Mavericks. That's a big pickup. Big pickup. Wow. Wow. Actual Shams bomb. Okay. I was teasing because we didn't have much news, actually. I was teasing because we didn't have much news. The Lakers are getting cooked, man. The Lakers are getting cooked. 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 Wow. Free agent center Brook Lopez has signed a 2-year, $18 million contract with the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers and Lopez's agent negotiated, whatever. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I don't care for the Clippers. They got Zubac there, so I don't know. Brook Lopez. I guess he's off the bench. He's older. He doesn't want that added responsibility, but holy smokes. That's an interesting signing. Interesting decision for Brook Lopez there. I feel like the Clippers don't need him, but maybe they need a backup center. I don't know. I personally can't stand the Clippers. The Clippers and the Nets, my two least favorite teams in the NBA. So, what are we dealing with now? What are we dealing with now? Backup center for the Toronto Raptors. Who's going to be it? Will it be? Will it be? There we go. Will it be the young socialite, Ben Simmons? Let me know in the chat. Are you ready? Are you ready for the young socialite watch animation? For the young socialite to join the Toronto Raptors? Are you ready for it, folks? Are you ready for it? As it's coming. It's coming. The backup center is Jonathan Mobo. Woo! That's what we're running with, baby. That's what we're running with. But Brook Lopez, Bol will be an interesting pickup too. He would be an interesting pickup as well. Have you made any moves yet? Zach Myers, you missed the blockbuster move that happened for the Toronto Raptors this weekend when we signed Garrett Temple. Marquise Noel is backup center. Greatest Raptor of all time, baby. I remember I was in the Netherlands when he said that. Made a video on it. I thought he was going to be good. I love the Ben Simmons meme. What's happening to Chris Boucher? I don't know. I'm surprised Boucher hasn't signed somewhere, honestly. I'm surprised he didn't have a plan. I guess his plans, everyone's Raptors plans kind of got turned upside down when Masai Ujiri goes. That's the reality of what happens. Man. SC, he wasn't lying. Ben is a fire mixtape. You know, I was nice in high school. I could play. As a 5'8" white dude, I could give it a go. Do we have an update? I heard Schroeder. Okay, well, okay. Not a Shams bomb. But a Brett Siegel bomb. An interesting pickup. Interesting decision. Sacramento Kings are in the process of filing a contract with veteran point guard Dennis Schroeder. League sources tell Clutch Points. Former Raptor. How are we thinking? What are we thinking on this Schroeder deal? What are we thinking on this? We liking this move? Not liking this move? How much money is Luke Kornet making? I'm reading group chats here right now. Did I miss this? Let's see what Shams is saying. Luke Kornet, okay, it's $10 million per year. It's not that big, not that crazy. But what's happening, Zane? Good move. Dennis wants to sign every team in the NBA before he retires. I'm surprised he wasn't on the Kings before. Has he not been on the Kings before? Beautiful move. Dennis Schroeder's my favorite player. I respected SC. Are the Raptors linked to anyone? Raptors are linked to Ben Simmons. Tintin is the Raptors' next signing. According to Hito's next... He does not exist anymore. We traded by the deadline. What team does he go to next? Schroeder was on. Okay, let's see if we can do the whole journey of Dennis Schroeder, because he was on the Hawks. Oh, I can't even do the next one. I'm washed, man. The bright lights of the stream got me cooked. Hey, what's happening, buddy? No crazy updates. We're trying to do a Dennis Schroeder walkthrough. So on the Hawks, starter Thunder, Lakers, Celtics, Rockets, Lakers, Raptors, Nets, Warriors, traded to the Jazz, didn't play, Pistons. Is that the walkthrough? Is that the walkthrough? BD Vlogs saying Hawks, Lakers, Celtics, Lakers, Raptors. You're missing the Thunder in there, definitely. It was Hawks, Thunder, I think. I don't know if there's... Because Jeff Teague, he took Jeff Teague's spot from the Hawks. People are asking if the Raptors have made any moves. There has not been any moves. I wonder if the Masai firing surprised Riker. I guarantee you, if we told Riker about the signing, he hasn't heard about it yet. Schroeder does? Do you think he has a Utah Jazz tattoo? That's the real question. The Raptors have not done anything right now, though. The pineapple from Télé Français might get a contract at this point. Salut! Je suis un ananas. When I lived in Montreal, man, that was what's called. That's all I used to say to people. Why does PJ Tucker show on our salary page? Because we traded for PJ Tucker. We traded for PJ Tucker at the deadline last year. That's why he shows up on our salary page. That's why he shows up on our salary page. What's happened, the Milk Moo? What's on the go? But who would you take next? I mean, at this point, Ben Simmons. I mean, at this point, I'm running a young socialite watch here on the channel. What's this? I don't know what video animations we got going. Is Ayton linked to us? No, a lot of rumors though, a little chatter, a little buzz from people. That's why Masai got fired. Fully capped team, no playoffs for 3 years. YTV, channel 24, I think. It's channel 24. I don't watch much YTV. I had commercials. I remember. I didn't like commercials as a kid. That was a family channel. There no commercials on my family channel. It was like 22 minutes straight and then like 8 minutes of commercials. So I could skip it, you know what I mean? But the commercials in mid-show, what kid me wasn't feeling it. Buyout, spread out payments, smaller chunks. Simmons the socialite is not coming here. Would be shocked. We'll see. Channel 25. Nah, man. You got to come to New. 24 was definitely YTV as a child. 16 was Treehouse. 24 on Rogers Communications. Rogers Communications in St. John's, Newfoundland. YTV was definitely 24. Lopez went to the Clippers. He did go to the Clippers. MPJ might be solid with the Nets. I think the Nets are just chilling. Here now at this point. Is Chris Boucher going to the Knicks? Is that official? Ben versus Marcel versus Nick in the ring or on the basketball court? Who wins? In the ring? I think I've watched more WWE than those guys. I'd get the crowd on my side. They'd give me the belt. Basketball, it's either Nick or me. Nick or myself are beating Marcel. Rich Paul told me he has not had any discussions about wanting a trade. So, there was no trade marker for LeBron. He said, I don't want to get traded. That's what's happened there. Signed Chewbacca. He was tall, right? I think Ingram makes any difference on the Raptors? Definitely. He should be good. Will teams start willing to giant? Some Swiss Chalet coupons out here in the mix. That's what we like to see. Shock? No, Jakob Poeltl sign extension. The Raptors definitely are just chilling until we get a president, which might just screw us for next season. How's Riker doing? I had a good chat with Riker a couple months ago. He's doing well. He lives in BC, so like we don't hang out. Like he lives in the complete other side of the country. To be fair, Riker and I did all these podcasts. He lived in a completely different place than I did all the time. But he's doing well. Trade for 10 years. You betcha. Hillside Cebu. Trade for 10 more. The Rockets are stacked. Mavs and Rockets. The West is cooked, man. The West is cooked. Raptors not getting anyone the ability to make trades on draft day. You could be the Pelicans. You could be the Pelicans and make trades that suck. You do the new The old Newfoundland accent. I can break it out. I can. It comes out on stream. I say DeMar DeRozan. Apparently people hear it. But if I'm like talking to someone from home, like it'll come out. It talks to the fam and stuff like that. I'm from St. John, so I can kind of mix through both of it, you know? Mavs versus Houston, Western Conference Finals next season if no injuries happen. I mean, the Thunder still have to be favorites. And Thunder is still really good. West is a war zone. I mean, the Spurs are going to be good too. DeMarnin. Trail through T. BC is a beautiful place. Always assumed we'd do a sign and trade with Chris Bisset. My goodness gracious. I'm cooked. Not Tamar Serotonin. People didn't like the way I said able all the time. Or able. The Raptors are not able to... I don't know. That was one thing that was big when I started this. Yeah, Celtics aren't going to have any bigs next season. And the Pelicans traded their unprotected first-round pick. Woo! There seems to be optimism that Jonathan Kuminga will resign. This market's not good for him. The money's here, not here this summer. Maybe next summer. Why don't the Raptors give you press access? I haven't asked. I don't live in Toronto, so I don't really care. But it'd be cool maybe one day. I'd like to have courtside seats. But Canadian markets are way more dumb for press access and stuff. Because we have a lot of like American channels now. They're a bit more hip to the online media space. But it's very like conglomerated out here in Canada. Like our hockey markets and stuff, they all kind of fit that mold. Are players willing to get paid Canadian Tire money? I'm desperate at this point. I mean, if I got like 100 million Canadian Tire, but I bought a pool table the other day. Canadian Tire. Some good stuff. Walking around a Canadian, that's how I know I'm unk. Walking around a Canadian Tire, I'm like, this is cool. Some cool stuff around. Got a notey. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Luka Garza. Luka gone to the Celtics. 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 Interesting. Luka Garza any good? Is he good at basketball? Has that man done anything since NCAA? That's a real question. Another white guy signed to the Celtics. Woo! That meme's better for the Utah Jazz, but I digress. I think I could get signed by the Utah Jazz. Give me a year. Get in shape. Give me a year and like 4 inches. I'd be on the Utah Jazz. Show off the crib in GF sometime. Hey. GF, no longer one of those. We're single out here rocking. But the Digest Media office. Got some stuff. Get some LinkedIn posts going. Follow Digest Media on LinkedIn. That's what we need. Forget subscribing to this channel. Subscribe to Digest Media on LinkedIn. I mean, who wins a boxing match? Ben Rogers or Luca Rosano? I mean, I've never boxed in my life, so I'm probably put your money on Luca Rosano. GTA 6 coming out before the Raptors make a deal. That'd be crazy. Blake Monk to the Raptors. Pause. Give me 4 inches and a year to train. Yeah, we're deep into the stream. We're 2 hours, 12 minutes into the stream, folks. What do you expect? We're getting off the rails. It's an Eric Andre stream. Yeah, Atlanta, Minnesota are active conversations for what's called Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I called this, folks. I called this. Your local insider, Ben Rogers, called this. The Hawks are cooking. The Hawk Tuas are cooking. The Hawk Tuas are cooking. He's just getting a big fish. I don't know. I don't know if any big fish will get caught by this team. Mo Wagner on the Raptors would be cool. Mo Wagner on the Raptors would be very, very cool. But folks, I know we all want to see signings. So I'm going to sign off because I know as soon as I get off, there will be a signing. So then we'll cover that out there in a video. But folks, I appreciate every single one of you. Usually the subs don't go up a ton when there's not a lot of moves, not a lot of excitement. So not sad at anyone, but getting close to that 40,000 subscriber mark. That's the goal. That's the dream. That's what we're looking for. So appreciate every single one of you tuning into the stream. We're not too worried. Do a Newfoundland accent for the next 5 minutes. I mean, it'll naturally come out. I just started to sign off. And there we go. See, I just need a fake leave. I just need to fake leave. Tobias wants me to start doing this in a Newfoundland accent, so I'll start talking in a Newfoundland accent so he gets a few signings going, he knows? Shams Charania just came out with a big ol' signing. See, I can't do this on YouTube, right? Because I'll start swearing. Right? I'll get demonetized, the channel get thrown down and all that stuff. So, you know, it's not something we can really roll with. Bye to Jesus. I took a screenshot at it and it disappeared. We get this going. I messed this all up, right? I did twice. Buddy, I did it twice. We're cooked. We're cooked out here on the stream. Bye. All the buys down to Muggy Monday right now, too. Could tell you. Kirk Day should be out here making jersey swaps for the boys out there in the company, but he's out at Muggy Monday. It's sin. The free agent Nickeil Alexander-Walker has agreed to a 4-year, $62 million deal with the Atlanta Hawks, plus a player option and trade kicker. I'm gonna swear if I bring out an accent. If I keep the accent going, I'm gonna start going. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The Hawks won the offseason. The Hawks won the offseason. The Hawks, they won the offseason. The fake end of the stream. I lose concurrent viewers. Then fake end stream again, so the Raptors trade will go through. I lose the viewers. People leave when I start winding it down, but moves always happen. Jordan, I just made a mini pizza. Keep it going, Ben. All right, Jordan, I keep it going. Did I get banned? You don't look banned, brother. I see you. How you getting on, Skipper? The Atlanta Hawk Tuas. Some fresh mackerel. Capel's still rolling him. Chris Gallagher of Knicks Digest coming to Newfoundland soon. So is Darius. Darius Dominguez of Leafs. Big Digest media parties. Yeah, Sean, you're probably right. We'll see. I think this team's moves will come via trade with a new president of basketball operations. That's how things are going to look. That's how things are going to rock out with this team. Shout out Toad Famous. Ed Famous? I'll give you a shout out to Ed Famous. I thought you were asking for Toad Famous. Wasn't sure what that was. We getting Simmons? Probably. I mean, probably now at this point. I think we end up getting Simmons. Man. Lots of stuff. There were some moves. We got to keep James about. I agree. Break out the salami and cheese. Free agency over. I mean, I thought it was. And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker signs with the Hawks. That's what's going on. I miss the salami and cheese. Bring him going. Ben Simmons is the young socialite. Who's the older socialite? Me. I'm Unk. I'm the Unk socialite. Rockets Digest is booming right now. So I'm giving a shout out to Jace Andrews. Giving a shout out to Donovan Recondo. I can't do the soft C. I can't do it, but Rockets Digest. That team is going to move. Thunder Digest going to the moon too. We almost have all the basketball teams, man. Excited. Abby Celeste. News report. Delusional Ginger getting crushed. It's too wordy for a title, Celeste. Abby, whatever. Can't pronounce your last name. Apologies. Too wordy. Not getting any views with that. Wake up. At least get the hook right if you're going to be roasted. Just soft like this is delusional. That would bang more. The Houston Hot Pockets. You can't be an Unk under 40. Unk stuff is getting out of hand. A legit Unk is middle aged, 40 plus. I know, but people are calling me Unk. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on it. That's why I'm bringing it up. It's cooked. We're cooked here. Multi-year deal for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's good. We got one of those AI accounts. One of these AI accounts coming out. That's jokes. I love these fake AI accounts, man. Holy, I just got a phone call. Like, do I make one of these? Do I make, folks, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do I make like an AI person? Do I make an AI person and just post stuff like this all the time? And then reference it in like Raptors Digest videos? That'd be crazy content. That would be. We're just thinking of great stuff out here on the channel. Holy, I just got a phone call. All I could say is wow. Stay tuned, Hawks fans. Now he's saying he called the Nickeil Alexander-Walker stuff. That's that's what we do. Cramp up Ben. That's what's happening. How's it Raptors Digest better sound than Raptors Media? I mean, to be fair, sound engineering is probably my weakest skill set as a whatever the heck this is as an influencer. My sound always be busted. I got some nice microphones though. I think the audio is too quiet in my office mic, but we'll figure that out one day. Low-key Ben Rogers makes awesome fried rice. I can cook. I can chef up a little bit. chef up a little bit. Made some shrimp and rice. Delicious. Been crushing that. Lowry for Jammer present. Honestly, that would be electric. That would be exciting. Peace out, Shane. Yeah, the Raptors are just cost cutting. You know, phone bills going up, Raptors contracts going down. Houston basically all in. Youth for the future. They might go all out for Giannis, man. I think the Rockets could make an absolutely compelling package for Giannis. Man. All in with the youth movement. Let's see. Let's see what's happening with this. Is there any new news? Is there any new news? We shall see. Yeah, Raptors free agency. Omer Osman is saying Raptors free agency is hiring a new president in August. Woo! Okay. Twitter notification. Atlanta saying a 2027 second round pick to the T-Wolves. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Who is the winner of the offseason, chat? Let me know. Who is the winner of the offseason? I be throwing in hate. I don't know if people understand. I just react to the news, brother or sister. I just react to the news. Not me making that stuff up. I just react to the news. Masai and Rodgers, good luck with those guys. We're gonna get some Masai burners out here. Some Masai burners out here. Pape Sue. Winners Ed Rodgers. Rockets definitely actually. Rockets one winner. I think the Hawks are two. I mean, I guess if you count the lottery as a win, the Mavericks are probably one, honestly, with Cooper Flag. Ed and Ben Rodgers. Ben and Uncle Ed. Ben and Uncle Eddie. Yeah, I call him Uncle Eddie. Uncle Eddie Rodgers. Of Rodgers Communications. Taking that 15 million, buddy, from Uncle Ed. I'll take that 15 million. I get my little bonus. Yeah, Digest Me is actually just a branch of Rodgers Communications. I get my bonus for spreading propaganda to be positive about the Raptors. I'm letting it all spill here, folks. Letting it spill. Zane, agreed. No, it's my Uncle Eddie. Can't talk about Uncle Eddie like that. Houston of the Nuggets. Yeah, the Nuggets actually had a really good offseason, or had a good free agency. The Nuggets did really well. I don't remember what they did in the draft, but they did really well with all this. Are we finna sign anyone? Probably not tonight. Bobby Webster is asleep. It's not confirmed, but it's looking like it. It's looking like it. Anyways, folks, appreciate every single one of you tuning in. And I say that we get a notie. Tyus Jones. I say that, we get a notie. Shams is watching this stream and says, okay, Ben starts to wrap it up a little bit. We get a little bomb. A little bomb. Let's see. Ben cannot do screenshots. Ba-do-do. Okay. Free agent guard Tyus Jones has agreed to a 1-year, $7 million deal with the Orlando Magic. It's a good deal. Nephew of Raptors owner reveals the real reason Masai Ujiri is fired. It's a bit wordy, but I'd click. How would we switch that? Ed Rogers' nephew reveals shocking truth. Masai's firing. That's what we do. That's how we twist that. That's how we adjust it. I'm giving title advice out there for the chat. You want to clickbait Ben Rogers out there? Ed Rogers' nephew reveals shocking truth on firing. That's how we go. That's how we get it. Ed Rogers looking mad at someone. It's juicy. And Spurs. RJ traded. Scottie Barney fan. If this is fake news, I'm getting off the stream. If it's real news, this would be pretty jarring. I doubt it. I doubt he's traded. For LaMelo Ball, that'd be crazy. No news on that there. I wouldn't be surprised if LaMelo Ball gets traded this summer. G-Sean Tape, 1 year, $3 million deal. It's a good deal. Yeah, RJ immediately trade. I get off of this. So many trolls. Toronto Raptors signed Mitch Marner. Please, God, no. Get that man away. Get that man away from my team. And Rogers slept with Masai's wife. It's crazy. Crazy behavior. Crazy behavior. Anyways, folks, on that note, I'm actually signing it off. We've been out here for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. I've not eaten. So, I've not eaten. Drinking some water. All those things. Going on some crazy comments out there in the comment section. Sign Ben Simmons to Supermax deal. As soon as I sign off, people will leave. But anyways, folks, I appreciate every single one of you tuning into the channel, tuning into the old Raptors Digest. Appreciate every single one of you. We'll keep you up to date on everything that's going on. So make sure hit that subscribe button. What are we at? Didn't hit our goal, 38,500, but we had a good time. Hit that subscribe button on your way out if you haven't. If you enjoyed the stream, enjoyed the memes, and the lack of Raptor signings. Appreciate every single one of you. As I said, we make a move. The intro song comes back, but I can't do it now. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you, boy. Anyways, I'm signing out. Cheers. Ooh, this is, let's see. Actually, I'm gonna have to do an awkward outro.
Raptors Digest percussion ignites. From the north, we bring the might. Claw and day, full of pride. Tune in now, join the ride.
Subscribe to the Raptors Digest. It's good for you.